Okay, here we go, part 4, Repton 2. So here we go, make our way to this transport to start off with, and we've got some letters in the middle there, but we'll get back to them. And we see Repton's feeling queasy with a blue head again. And this is another little thing, we've got to make sure we don't drop too many boulders down, otherwise we're not escaping. Ooh, yeah, Repton shuffle those to make sure we can get out of here too. And we had SAP, SAP. Is it trying to say something about us? Anyway. Oh look, it's this manoeuvre, but only a very short one. If you haven't watched my Repton 3 videos, you won't know what I'm talking about. So go watch them. And now, pop down here, we see a maze. Now this maze, it's kind of a maze, so it's kind of boring, because mazes are boring. But there's actually something interesting to talk about with this maze, because I looked at the maps for this maze on the internet. Not that I needed them, but just out of curiosity, that bit of dirt which I just collected isn't actually supposed to be there. And it does actually matter, because the counters for the things you're supposed to collect go down one, obviously, when you collect something. And because there's that one bit of dirt that's not supposed to be there, collecting that actually puts the counter down one more than it should go. Now you think, if you're not a computer programming kind of person, you think, oh, maybe that'll go to like -1, or maybe it'll just stop at 0. I mean, who knows? But no, they tend to wrap around in these kind of situations, which means that the 0 wrapped right around to 9,999. Fantastic. Anyway, here we've got to run down, quickly get in front of this boulder, so that when the spirit goes in the cage, it doesn't block off that diamond at the bottom. We've got a nice little setup of boulders there, and we've got a open top kind of surface here, where we've got all those things falling down. Meteorites, that's the one. And yes, we grab those first because we're going to be pushing a lot of rocks down here to connect this area with the cage to the outside, like so. And we'll be coming back to this area, so we're not going to grab too many of these things afterwards, because we've got a lot of spirits to let out. And a few cages to make accessible too. So here's some spirits to start us off. And here's some more which we have to run through to let out. And then there's this one cage left up here, which is a bit of a pain, really. Because the spirit for it has to go all the way around the level. And if they go out onto the surface, there's actually a kind of wall at the top. Well, at the sides and at the top. So they just go around that and come back down the other side. We see the spirits haven't quite got out of there yet, so we just wait for them to go by. And they're just in a place where we need to be, so we just wait for them to go out, making sure they are all out. So we can see a nice little kind of diamond thingy here which tells us what these scores are, so let's have a look. Yep, okay, that's what the scores are at the moment. And yes, another drop these in the right way, otherwise you're trapped kind of area. Don't know if the Repton shuffles are necessary there, but it was the way I sorted it out. So yes, going to solve this puzzle, going to the side of the dirt there, and then we just collect all the remaining dirt from over here too. And then we've got to sort of brave the surface And there goes the spirit. He's been around across the top of the sky and come back down again. I don't know, maybe it's an experience he wants to share with us later on. Let's go and talk to him, see if he's got any interesting stories to tell about it. Hey, Mr. Spirit, what was it like at the top of the world? Oh. Oh, well, never mind then. So, after all that, we travel around and go to the transporter and, yes, drop these down, block that place off. We never want to go back there again. Oh, hello, Mr. Skull. And back to our puzzle. And definitely no familiar words being spelled out in the puzzle there. So now we get to go through the skull maze here, and Repton's looking ill again. And nice little placement of the monster there, but we kind of break the egg and don't make an omelette, or whatever the phrase is. You can see him getting very, very excited. He's, hello Repton, can we play? Yeah, play with the ball. So after that spirit is done wandering around aimlessly, he finally finds a cage to go into. And we're kind of cutting a path through the middle here so we can get a spirit out. And another one out there. And some more cleaning up around here to do. It's kind of like watching Repton mow the grass. Anyway. After all, though, we get to leave the area. And we get to take the other transport hidden behind all these skulls. We grab these diamonds first off before the spirit comes round, just so we don't trap him or daze him or whatever. And we wait for another spirit to come through here, and then we run out onto the surface to unblock the one cage in here, because I see there's a little kind of cavern and then there's nowhere else for us to go. Nice transporter to get us out of here, but there's plenty of things to be collected. Playing this game at times can be quite relaxing, really, getting all the dirt from all the little corners and things like that. Very peaceful. But then you get moments where it's quite hair-raising. Anyway, I'm waiting for a spirit. There we go. I'm waiting for a spirit to let out another spirit. And of course get our key, because that's quite important, really. You see, there's quite a lot of spirits running around this level, and they're at sparse intervals. So it's easy to dodge one spirit and then run into the next one. So you clear the pathway here because we've got cages. So that one spirit lets us in here, then we rush in and make another cage available too. There's a few puzzle pieces around here as well. And yes, we're leaving the rest of that until a bit later on. And then one way to deal with this monster here, set up the rock already so that we get that weird monster and rock occupying the same point in space thing again. until the atoms decide we're not supposed to be crossed over like this, and they just scatter. Obviously the weakest thing scatters, which is all the monster's nice organic matter. Anyway, nice little wavy patterns in the dirt here. And we grab another puzzle piece from here and we get out onto the surface because there's no way to go back there now. And there we go, it's fine. There's one transporter here which we could go to, but this is the last transporter. See you next time when we go through it.